Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia and in today's video we are going to work on setting up my 2025 bullet journal in this travel size notebook from Notebook Therapy. This notebook has a velvet linen cover in the outside, which is no doubt a dust magnet, and if more so you have a pet, you will be having your pet hair sticking all over it. But I am living with pet hair, so it doesn't matter much. But to start with the setup, I wanted to first give my well wishes to everyone. Happy New Year, and I hope that you had a lovely celebration and you are looking forward to making this year as fruitful and as amazing as it could be. In the first page of this notebook, I wrote my name as you saw and decorated it with some sparkles because sparkles is life. And I wanted to keep the decoration to a minimal, but I also wanted to look impactful. So I have these stickers from Windry, from Kriya with Gabby. The label is from the washi tape shop. They are amazing in terms of the color coordination. I honestly did not try to do much of color planning before setting this one up, but I realized that over the month I have been gravitating towards a certain color palette, and I think this is the final result of everything coming together, and I really like it. It's small but it's impactful. If you have watched my previous setting up videos, you have seen that I always stick the awkward page up, but this time I'm going to take inspiration from Jashikarin and just creating an envelope or more like a pocket pouch. So here you would be able to keep any scrap materials or any references that you want to refer to, like your grid spacing. Ideally, you would be doing the grid spacing, and that is what I have also decided to go ahead with. I have taken the cutout from my previous notebook because I had some pages left and I tried it there, and it feels like it is going to be functional for me. I have never incorporated a grid spacing previously, and I thought that there is a reason why people have been using, because it is obviously very helpful. But then if you are going to just make the grid spacing in a page that is not transferable or is in between, so you probably may not get, or I know that I will not be motivated to go back to the previous pages and search for the grid spacing. This one works as a ruler, so that is definitely going to be more transferable and functional for me. Along with the grid spacing, I will be also making a key ruler. So all the keys that I'm going to use more in terms of like the completed task, the events, the task that I want to capture in my bullet journal, I would be using that in a more similar transferable ruler fashion, because then I would be more inclined to what I want to use each of the symbols for. In my previous journals, I have been using a very different keys to denote each of the items, but this year I thought that I will have a dedicated key for this particular year. I want to experiment, and I love experimenting when it comes to my journaling, so this is going to be one of those experimental phases. These lovely washi tapes that I'm using to cover up the entire spread is from Leela Journal. She has some amazing collections out there, and I did purchase a bunch of stuff from her. I really wanted to do a stationery haul video from all the small shops that I have bought in 2024, and that video will probably be out in end of January or maybe in February. The only reason that I am not going to be able to release it earlier is because I have other things that I want to release beforehand, which is more time sensitive. Coming to the word of the year, I wanted to go with progress, as everything that we do, in my life at least, I know that I am a work in progress. Whether it comes with journaling, whether it comes with my personal health, whether it comes with my financial status, it's all a work in progress. I have not reached to that point where I can say that, oh, I have mastered one skill and I can move on to the other. I do tend to do that where I would be switching between hobbies or switching between things, but it's not any way or any shape and form saying that I have mastered that. It's just my brain saying that, okay, let's try out something different. And, I just keep myself entertained in that way. So, my word of the year, that's why resonates so much with me, because I know that I am a walking work in progress and I don't mind committing myself to trying out something new, and it may be an amazing experience or it may be a bad experience, but still I would know that I have tried and I will not beat myself in the future for not even trying. These girl stickers are from Winry R. She has her stickers most of the places, most of the stores carries them. I bought this one from an Etsy shop which is in Germany, and she was having certain discounts for all the PET tapes from Winry, and I bought a bunch of them because I really like them. The only issue that I would say is that they're not pre-cut, so you will have to cut them beforehand if you want it to be more accessible, like how I did. So one evening I actually sat down in front of the TV, and while we were watching stuff, I was just trimming these stickers out from the PET tape roll. The tapes are very smooth in texture. They are very nice. They look very premium. I actually had a very relaxing time that evening, just trimming out all these stickers and just pasting it in my sticker book. I also did the same for Leela Journal's PET tape. Right now she has moved to pre-cut PET tapes, but her previous collection definitely were not pre-cut. Here is my grid spacing and key ruler that I have created. For the grid spacing, I did it offline because it was just going to take forever. This video itself is so long, and while I was editing, there were so many things that I wanted to edit out, but then if I did, it would just look awkward in the final video. I had almost 4 hours of footage for this setup video. I did make a lot of spreads that I wanted to incorporate for this year, so it did end up being a really long one. But then if you are going to set up videos that are going to be more spreads, then of course it may end up being really long. My video editing skills probably will need to be worked on, and I guess that's another work in progress that I am watching a few of these creators who uses different tools to create the videos. I am currently using iMovie because I have a MacBook and I shoot my videos using my iPhone 14 Pro, just in case you want to know the tools. I also have an overhanging LED light with the phone contraption that you can find. That is the one that I usually use for the overhead shots. I also recently purchased a phone holder from Amazon. It is the Moft phone holder, which is kind of going around more in social media. So I got influenced by these influencers. It has been very nice. I don't know if it is to the extent where you have those snake hand kind of phone holder that you can attach to your desk, because those ones are longer and can be also molded to the way you want. So most of the shots that you will see like this one has been used using the Moft phone holder, which is very nice. It gives a very nice close-up shot. But if I want a sideways from a little bit further, like this one is on the snake phone contraption holder. I really don't know what are the technical terms, so please forgive me. Moving on to the next spread. This is going to be my year at a glance, but not for 2025, but for the previous year. I really wanted to write down the achievements of my 2024, what went well, what did not go well, but more in a concise way to see that the things that I have done and what am I proud of. This is a page for reflection. So normally you would be writing 2024 reflection, but I did not want to write reflection. For some reason, I wanted to write year at a glance. People would normally use year at a glance for the current year. So it would be more in terms of photographs, Polaroids, or maybe themes, themes that you would be making throughout the year for different months, and you will have a small snippet of these particular themes in the year at a glance. But I wanted to use the year at a glance for 2025. And for the decoration, I'm going to use stickers from Lila Journals. I'm going to use stickers from my own shop. So this sticker sheet that you see with the cat was actually part of the advent calendar. So this was not on sale for anyone. So these were made exclusively for my advent calendars. And if you were one of them, please show me how you have been using the items that you have received from my advent calendar, because I really want to know. Your feedback on the advent calendars have also been very inspiring and really makes me want to do more, because I do have other ideas. This time I did not include rubber stamps or washi tapes as such, but I did include some PET tape rolls from different creators. So this year I want to definitely try something that is going to be just exclusive to my brand. Moving on to the future log spread. This is an important spread in my bullet journal because this is the place where I would be capturing important dates, events, birthdays, or travel plans that I have, because I do have a huge travel plan this year. We will be out for almost 2 months from Dublin, so that is exciting, and I do want to capture the dates that I won't be there, so it will also help me in planning out my long form videos for YouTube. And also, maybe I would like to do a travel journal, so that would be exciting. So I do want to capture the dates that I will be away, also the dates for my friends and family's birthdays, because I do want to remember to wish them and not be that person that just forgets everything. So yeah, this is an important spread in bullet journaling. I have used a similar format in my previous bullet journal setup for the travel size notebook, and I really liked it. So I think this is a very functional way for me to capture the important events and the dates. So I'm going to continue using the similar layout. I printed out these mini calendars. This is a smaller version of the calendars that were also in the advent calendar, but the ones in the advent calendar were a little bit larger size compared to these ones. I used the grid washi tape from Lila Journals to create this background. I really like a grid space or a gingham style pattern. If you have been following me, you would have seen me using gingham patterns in a lot of my spreads earlier, and I have also talked about how much I am in love with the gingham or the plate patterns. To finish off the spread, I'm going to use the stickers from Lila Journals, and this is her Lily of the Valley collection as well as from the Mushroom collection. They really go well with my overall theme, as I have been using her washi tapes from the beginning, so it just felt right to finish off the spread with her stickers. The next spread is going to be my social media tracker. This is going to be in a similar layout that I have used previously because it has really worked well. And if it is working well, why would you want to mend or change it? I haven't come across any other social media trackers that I really gravitated towards to use, so I thought I might as well just continue with what I have, and that has worked really well for me. So I'm going to do the similar layout where I will have 6 boxes against each of the social media handles that I have. For example, I'm there on YouTube, and that's where you're watching me. I have Instagram and TikTok, and I was also tracking the Etsy admirers. Last year, I was very optimistic and let's say very passionate about starting a Patreon, and I had also included Patreon as one of the boxes for my Patreon account, but I never really got around to making a Patreon page. So this year I thought that since I'm not going to start a Patreon anyway, I'm going to just limit my boxes for 4 types of social media handles that I want to track. Each of these boxes that I am creating are 4 by 4 grid spaces. So they are 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter. They are of the perfect size for me to include the 6 months tracking that I would be doing for each of the follower counts. I have been steadily and slowly growing on YouTube, which makes me very happy. This is not a full-time job that I do, but I do spend a lot and I do give a lot in each of the videos that I make. So it really makes me happy when people go and subscribe to my channel and leave their supportive comments, because this is free for you to enjoy, and your support by just liking, commenting and subscribing to my channel really motivates me to keep coming back and creating these contents for you. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so, as that really helps in growing my small channel. I do have big goals for this year, but while editing this video, I realized that I never made a goal page. I have not really used the goal page in my 2024 journal. There were some big business goals or personal goals that I wanted to achieve. I would say I have achieved some bit of it, but I did not really go back to that page. I guess that was one of the reason why I did not create a page for whatever reason. Although there is no spread where you would be seeing my goals for the year, I might make a small reel or shorts where I would create the goals spread separately. And one of the goals that I have for my channel is to reach 10,000 subscribers this year. I know I had the same goal last year, but I did not really put much effort for a few months in summer. So that was a lag that I had from my end. So I wasn't really going to expect to exponentially blow up all of a sudden if there was no effort that was put from my end. But this year, I do want to reach that goal. And in order to do that, I would also have to learn a lot of the SEOs that goes into setting up for each of these videos, and algorithm is forever changing. So that is another work in progress for me. I do need to learn a lot about how SEO works on YouTube. There are a lot of channels that talk about it, but most of the time I feel that they are just fluff. So I do need to go and take some proper classes on SEO, I believe. But then if there is someone out there who can help me in learning SEOs, please feel free to send me an email and we can talk about it. Moving on to the next spread. This is going to be a place where I will be noting down all the collaborations that I do over the year. In 2024, I was very fortunate to collaborate with some of the brands that I have admired over the years, and I was over the top and ecstatic to work with them. Some of the brands have been amazing, and I do want to work with them again this year. But I realized that I have not really noted down specifically of all these brands that I have worked in 2024. So this year, I do want to have one page dedicated to all the collaborations that I have done so that I can look back on the achievements or something different that I have worked apart from my usual journaling videos. Some of these collaborations with the brands also comes with specific deliverables, so I do want to track on what those deliverable items are going to be and also which are the dates that we have agreed on for me to publish those videos, because sometimes it has a clash with my own schedule and then I need to work around with either the brands or my own schedule to just make it happen. So yeah, this is a place where I would be tracking down on the deliverables that I am supposed to deliver. The right hand side page is going to be a place where I want to track 25 different things that I would like to explore in 2025. And this could be as simple as going to a new place or trying out a new experience, though you will see in the subsequent spreads that I have a dedicated place for capturing restaurants and places to explore or things to do. But these 25 things in 2025 would be a very simple place where I do want to try out something different. Maybe a girls' trip with my friends, or maybe a solo trip that I want to do. I don't know. There's just some things that I would like to try, and I have not really jotted down on these 25 things. So maybe I will fill it up as and when I have done something like this. But I do know for sure two things that will be very different this year. First is that I'm going to use an A6 size journal, which I have never done. Secondly, I have a dedicated art journal, which again I have never done. So this is going to be two of the different things that I'll be doing in 2025. Moving to the next spread, this is going to be my then and now spread. This is a new spread in my bullet journal where I will be capturing where I was in the end of 2024 and where I am or would be in the middle of 2025. Since this journal I will be using for the first half of 2025, I am not going to use this entire spread for the entire year. There are so many things that changes month on month, and I do want to be more cautious in terms of how am I tracking and if it is really worth tracking it. And this is the first time, like I said, that I am making this kind of a spread, so I do want to try it on a smaller scale and see the utility function of this spread. If this spread does not serve me well by the mid of 2025, I'll probably not make another spread for the next journal that I'm going to make. Though it is going to be a fun thing to look back on, more like a reflection kind of a spread again. So some of the items that I want to track in this then and nows are my weight. I do want to gain a little bit weight. This probably may sound really wild to some because most of the time you would hear people on losing their weight, but I'm someone who finds it very hard to gain weight. So this is going to be my, then and now of increasing my weight. The other item that I want to also track is how much of savings I have had in the end of 2024 and where I would be in the mid of 2025. I would be also putting down my social media, followers and subscribers in here just to have a quick glance on how much I have progressed. I can see that in my entire social media tracker that I have made, but this spread is just to have a quick glance. And if I want to make any further changes or amendments to how I am tracking things, this would be the place. It's again not a concise list. Like I said, there would be other things that I would be incorporating into this list, but this is a first time that I'm trying. I did get inspired by Jessica Rain again from her Then and Now spread. She did it for the entire year. She did have examples of what are the other things that you can track. There was a whole list of things. So I'll probably go back to her video and check on the items that I can also track for 2025. Let me know if you are also going to use something similar to this, or you have already set up your 2025 bullet journal. What are the things that you for sure need in your bullet journal to be a more functional one for you? The next spread in this bullet journal is going to be my memories page. So predominantly what I want to do is stick some Polaroids from each of the month. Well, that was at least the plan for each of the month for the first 6 months. I do want to have one specific picture that really stands out to me for that particular month, and I do like the look of a Polaroid pictures or any sort of printed pictures that are pasted on a journal. I did that for few of the monthly memories and reflections in my previous journals, and I really like looking back at them because looking at these pictures just brings back all the memories of that day or of the person that I have gotten the picture with. The other idea that you can try to do for this kind of spread is just create the Polaroids as a outline, and then whenever you take the pictures you can just stick them inside those Polaroid boxes. I have tried that in one of my initial journals, but this year I didn't want to do that. I just want to keep it as open as possible because some of the pictures I know for sure that I'm not going to print them in my Insta X, which creates a really large size of Polaroid. And since this is a travel size notebook, the real estate in this notebook is very precious. So I need to print them in my sticker paper and then cut them according to size so I can fit in the 6 months in these 2 pages. This spread definitely turned out to be one of my favorites because of the clusters that I made using all the different stickers from my shop, from Leela Journal shop, and also the scattered line that I used to create the boundary just makes it I don't know, a bit dainty, a bit feminine, and I know for sure that I will love using this spread. Of course, to give the spread some oomph, I'm going to sprinkle the sparkles all around the main clusters, and that's about it. Moving on to the next spread, which is going to be my restaurants that I would like to visit or try this year, and also some social experiences that I do want to try. The restaurants are mostly going to be for different types of cuisines. Recently, we watched a YouTube video where this creator was talking about Ethiopian food, and that really looked very spicy and very exciting. So, there is one restaurant in Dublin city center that we have narrowed down. It is a smaller establishment, so I'm not really sure how good the food is going to be, but the ratings on Google at least shows that it is a 4.2, 4.3, which is fairly good. So if it is a 4-star out of 5, I would definitely like to give it a shot. The other one that I want to try is an Argentinian bakery shop. It has some of the very famous Argentinian pastries. They do have empanadas as well. I love the empanadas, they are very delicious. But I do want to try out the different pastries that they have. So that is again in the city center. So these two I know for sure that I want to try. But apart from that, we do have a lot of pubs, we do have a lot of restaurants in Dublin, and I haven't been to a lot many. So, if you are in Dublin or you have visited Dublin before and some of these restaurants have really spiked your interest or you really like them, let me know in the comments below as well. One of the social experiences that I am going to explore is going to theaters and also to a ballet. I booked a ticket for a ballet experience. This is going to be in February, but that is something that I have never been to. I have never been to watch a ballet. So that is a very exciting experience that I am looking forward to. The added glitz to this ballet is that it is going to be in dark and the performers are going to wear LED stripped dresses. So it is going to be magnificent for sure. Moving on to the next spread, it is going to be for things that I need to do on a weekly, bi weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. It is a variation of the things that I did last spread that I actually made in 2024 part 1. I was not really updating it on a continuous basis, so I had not created the spread in the second part of the journal in 2024. However, I came across this variation and I feel that this is going to be more relevant to how I function. So there are things that I do weekly, there are things that I do bi-weekly, and I need to have these items mentioned so that if in case I forget to do the chores, I can always reflect back on them and do what needs to be done. For example, changing the brush head or my toothbrush quarterly is important. So in the quarterly section, I will be putting down changing of toothbrush. For a weekly item, vacuuming and dusting is something that I do on a weekly basis, but sometimes I do lag. The other item that I have to do weekly is watering my plants. During winter, they don't really need a lot of water, so I tend to do only once in a week, and they have been surviving well. I do not have any finicky or attention seeking plants, at least for now. I have very nice plants who bears with me. So watering them weekly has worked phenomenal for me during winter. Bi-weekly, I do change my bed sheets as it is recommended, and I do want to keep a track of those things. Again, monthly you can do, if you have a car, probably you will have to do cleaning of the cars. I don't have a car at the moment, so I don't really need to do that, but monthly I do want to do reflections. I want to do a savings check, an expense check. So those are some of the financial checks predominantly that I will be doing at the end of every month. This spread will not have a lot of decorations per se, but I do like the PET tapes from Lila Journal, and I have used along with my stickers from the advent calendar, and I have just sprinkled them all around. I do want sufficient space for me to write, so I feel these 4 boxes that I have made is going to be good enough for each of the categories that I have made. While you watch me decorating this spread, let's talk about the giveaway. The items will be from my shop and some of them will be part of the advent calendar. I wanted to do an advent calendar giveaway, but then it's already old, you would have seen it. But then it is going to be a mystery box for whoever is going to win this giveaway. So here are the guidelines. First, you need to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment about what are your goals for 2025. And as an added bonus, you can also follow me on Instagram. It's as simple as that. The giveaway will be running for 2 weeks, so make sure to leave your comments, subscribe, and follow all the rules. The winner will be announced on 17th of January on my community tab in YouTube. So make sure to also turn on the notification bell, so the moment I announce the winner, you will be notified. And if you are one, I will be asking you for your address so that I can send it over to you. Now back to the setup. This is going to be a spread for my content ideas and store ideas. The content idea spread is mostly going to be for my long form YouTube videos, the ideas that I have in my mind, the videos that I want to create. It's just one place all that I can go back and reflect to. Sometimes ideas just comes all of a sudden to me, or I get inspired by others, and I do want to write it down so that I don't forget and I can plan and schedule these videos accordingly. The store ideas will be predominantly for my store, Chunky World, and it is a place for the store ideas, like what are the items that I want to have in store so that I will be able to sell them. Moving on to the last spread of the video, this is going to be my periods tracker. I have always created a period tracker in my bullet journal. It is an important tracker for me. I do like to track them and keep the information so that if anything needs to be discussed with my gynecologist or my general physician, I can tell them on all of this information. My goal from the beginning has been to make the period tracker the most prettiest as possible in my journal spread. And I think with this decoration that I have done, I was able to achieve that. I really like this washi tape from Leela Journals. It gives a vintage wallpaper kind of a look, and all of her stickers has this matted, very muted color, so definitely that is a vibe. And I feel like 2025 we are going to see a lot of Leela Journal products in all of these other creators. She has been phenomenal in creating these beautiful designs and products, and you would also see me using her notebook for my reading journal. I am very excited to use these products. I don't know how good the paper quality is because I haven't really used them now, but they are 160 GSM paper. That means they do have a good quality to it. They're not going to be any bleeding or ghosting. So that is something that I am looking forward to. My goal for this particular spread is to make it look as pretty and as dainty and feminine as possible. That's why I'm going to use a lot of the girl stickers, the doilies, just to give that vibe. The boxes that I have made are 3 by 3 centimeters. That means they are 6 grid spaces on both sides. It is a good enough space, and I feel that it should be enough to write the start date and the end date of my period. I'm going to remove this girl sticker because I really wanted to add this magical door. I felt that the color would be a perfect match to the overall setup, and it kind of looked like it was just hanging in there. So the window definitely makes a difference. Little bit of layering always makes it a difference. Then I'm going to add these washi tapes to the top and the bottom to just have that added layer as well. And with that, we have reached to the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's do a quick flip through before we end it. I am really pleased with how the entire setup have come up. The color combination, the designs, the stickers, and all of the hard work that all these other creators have put in have definitely made me make a bullet journal that would work for me. especially when it comes to the grid spacing idea or the wallpaper kind of washi tape from Lila Journals. I think these are all a very good combination, and I am definitely looking forward to using these key and grid spacing ruler that I have created for this year. And I want to stay true to the word of the year. I have definitely a lot of things that I need to work on, and I do want to improve myself. So this is going to be a year of progress, not only in my personal life but also in my professional and on the business side. If there are any specific video or any specific products that you want to see from my end, also please do let me know. You can DM me on Instagram or you can leave a comment in the comment section down here. If you have watched till the end, please leave a mushroom emoji so that I know you were there till the end. Please don't forget to follow the rules for the giveaway. Like I mentioned, the giveaway winner will be announced on 17th of January in my community tab on YouTube. So make sure to also turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a lovely day or night whenever you're watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!